The phrase bread and circuses comes from the Roman poet Juvenal, who criticized how the empire kept its people content. Free grain distributions fed the poor, while grand spectacles entertained the masses. In the Circus Maximus, more than 150,000 spectators cheered as chariots thundered around the track. In the Colosseum, gladiators fought wild beasts or battled each other to the death. These games were thrilling, but they were also a political tool. Emperors used them to distract citizens from corruption, high taxes, or military defeats. The roar of the crowd drowned out dissent, and loyalty was bought with food and entertainment. Bread and Circuses reveals both the brilliance and the danger of Rome as politics. A society kept quiet, not by freedom, but by distraction. This lesson still echoes today, as we ask ourselves what keeps people satisfied in times of unrest. If you want to keep uncovering the hidden truths of Rome, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Mysteries of Rome for more timeless stories.
Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of greatness soon. Salutation to the brothers around the world preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. To the few and faithful accords another husband, listening and learning, and subjection, teaching the kids to practice the right at a young age. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Bread and circus. Keep them distracted, and they wouldn't revolt. And that's exactly as we see that Roman custom here right now, right, being implemented to the four corners of the world. Watch what just happened just the other day. What concluded the other day, World Cup, right? And the amount of things that is happening. Let's say, for instance, here in Trinidad, and Jake is blinded. Jake not knowing, because why? They're distracted, right? They're distracted from Esau's agendas. They're distracted from Esau's plan, right? And simple as here in Trinidad, what's happening right now? The implementation, the making of these right, these centers, these information centers, right? And when you go down into it, basically going back into what the mark of the beast, these digital centers on them, right? What will happen after the World Cup also? What will happen in Argentina? Right, I believe it's in Buenos Aires, which is the capital, right? Is riot, who injured, who died, right? But yet still, Jake studying all these things. They're studying all these distractions. They're not studying what creeping up under the rug. They're not studying what creeping up right underneath them. Jacob's trouble. Because they put in these things. They put in WWE matches. They put in World Cup. They put in football. If it may be Champions League. If it may be CPL, cricket. You understand? All these things they put in front of Habashim and Shai. All these things they put in front of the salvation. Right? This is distractions. Right? And we know Esau, Edom, how it is. We know the ones who ruling the world in the darkness, in the shadows, the ones who rule in the world. Right? We know that this what they're doing, what they are doing, they're promoting it more and more. As the precepts say here, let me get it one time. Right? Ecclesiastes 10. Why about that person Ecclesiastes, because I forgot as the last precept I was in, I thought I didn't read it properly. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 10. Right? Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6, and it says, folly is set in great dignity. Right? And we know this is folly. We know this is folly. We know this is how they keep all people blinded. Right? Watch with during the World Cup. Babylon breaking treaties, breaking these heathens and them breaking ceasefires during World Cup time, and is war happening right now, right? They're trying to get the people, make people them at ease, right? Make people them forget, hey, war coming, World War III coming, right? Famine, pestilence, plagues, all these things coming because they're trying to comfort you when before the time of trouble come. They're trying to comfort you, right? And the Lord told us, hey, this place is not our rest, arise and depart. We're not supposed to know start comfort here, right? Be uneasy, because if you continue uneasy, you will try to make a change, right? If the people always uneasy, they will try to make a change, but they're making the people comfortable. So if they're comfortable in the state they're in, they wouldn't study it. Yeah, we know. I'll pay my bill next week. Nice one thing when we gonna drink some by the World Cup. Yeah, you know, I short on this, I short on that. I small thing, drink some alcohol, thing, taking just back, taking a football match, taking a cricket match, taking some wrestling. You understand? This is how these heathens and them have Jake thinking. This is how these heathens and them had the whole world, I should say. Because majority of people in the earth, the blinded majority of people in the earth in studying the things that Esau hiding under the rug. Continuing, it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places, in low place. Right? They're blind. And guess what? All these things is the Lord allowed to happen, because why? Because Jake just that wicked. Jake just that wicked. That's the portion for you wicked to Jakes to be blind. We told Isaiah here. Isaiah 5. 6, my bad. 6 and 9. Right? Right, Isaiah 6 and yeah, sorry about that. Got a little dry there. Right? It says, and he said, go tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Right? Matter of fact, I'm supposed to start from 8. It says, also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, or whom will I go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go tell the people, hear ye indeed, and understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, right, with your heart going back into your mind, and make the ears heavy. And think about it. If your mind, let's put it in a carnal sense. If it's a sort of a fat, all of a sudden a sort of fat, let's go start to grow in your brain, start brain tumors and stuff we're gonna happen. Can't function properly, can't think properly. Right? If I hold start wax that start build up in your ears, you understand? You clog your ears, what's gonna happen? You can't hear. Right? If you start to get fat and stuff on your eyes, your eyelids closed. Right? But draw it in the spiritual sense now. Right? When the prophets speaking, the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, and you hear it, it's like it go through one ear and it pass through the other. Right? You're hearing it, but you're not hearing it at the same time. Right? It's not resonating in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. Right? You're blind. What you're seeing, You seen our brother post a video, you seen Hebrew Israelites posting videos according to certain things that happen in these times, right? News and prophecy and how you ought to be, but yet still you see it, but like you ain't see it, you scroll past it. You seen them preaching on in the streets, something come in their mind and they say, no, them are nonsense. That is spirits on you. That is in the spiritual sense. Continuing here, it says, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. Right? So, hey, this is the portion of these wicked tutor jakes. Right? Lord send them to a reprobate mind. Right? A lot of these jakes and them bug out to TF. A lot of these Israelites and them, right, they're so far gone they could never understand the use of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. They don't have the calculation to understand the use of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Right? That is why they trusted in the system and continually going down to Egypt for help. That is why when times ahead that come to pass, so that let me rephrase my sentence again. That is why when things that are ahead, that the prophecies happening right in front of the face, even right now, right, prophecies are popping off. That is why when it happen, it can fly across the head. Right? That is why when famine started to strike a certain country, when it now starts, it can fly across the head. That is why when I see wars happening, it can fly across the head, not knowing, hey, these are signs of the end times. Because why? They're distracted by the things that Edom put forth in front of the face, by things that they like. They like these things. That is why Esau put forth, he made all his devices. We say, be not ignorant of Satan's devices. Right? They make all the social media platforms, the data gathering apps, right? To gather and to see what you like, to see what your preferences, see what does make you tick, as they say. Right? The scene what does make you tick, just to see, alright, put this in your category, this is your distraction, this is his bubble, that is his bubble, right? And there's no bubble that they could easily pop, right? Iron bubble that Esau putting you in, right? Because it resonating with your spirit, with your mind, with the flesh, I should say. Yeah, it resonating with your flesh, that way of flesh love, that way of flesh gravitating too. Some people like football. When you go to your streamers, majority of thing on football you're seeing. Right? When you go to your social media, it's only football this, football that. Right? Controversy on football. You understand? This is how Esau keep you locked into the bubble. This who like to watch stream, who like to see speed, who like to see Mr. Beast. Right? That is how the algorithm is set. To keep you in a trance, to keep you distracted. Have you feeling like, hey, it's all well and good. Having you feeling like, hey, don't worry. Especially going back into these different religions. Having you feeling like this world gonna have another 50 years ahead, another 100 years ahead until the Lord come. Oh, as the heathens them think that the kingdom gonna last forever, that America not going to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Notice that the time is coming nigh, and Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, Yahweh is sending his son Yahweh Shai to destroy this wicked kingdom. Right? To burn down Babylon with thermonuclear fire. That is exactly what's going to happen. Right? Quick precept here. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Sudden destruction come. Right? Because hey, you thinking that is all well and good, not knowing Lord devising a plan to destroy this place. The Lord devising a plan. As a matter of fact, he already devised it. He made a plan to destroy this wicked queendom. He made a plan to also put you to death. But you thinking it's all well and good. You thinking, hey, Jacob's trouble is far-fetched. But no, as the precept saying Habakkuk, the vision is you do it tarry, wait for it, because the vision is for appointed time. Even though it tarry, at the end, a matter of fact, let me bring on the precept. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, and it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. And it will not tarry. Right? So, do you feel that what the prophets from back then was speaking about, let's say, the day of destruction, the day of doom, right? The end times, the end when the Lord coming, right? Though it was way back when that this has been prophesied, hey, we in these times right now today. We're living in the end right now in these days. We in the last days. Right? Jumping back to the precept here. Um right, continue back in the precept here. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? The time is going to come where you're gonna realize that you're fucked up. As hey, excuse my French, but that's being real, right? Um, is a meme by you that said, and then how it go by, oh gosh, while me hear that one too, and then he knew that he fucked up. Just saying, yeah, that's exactly what's going to be. That is exactly what's going to happen. When that time come, you're gonna realize that you effed up. You're gonna realize that the path you was going down, the path that you choose was the wrong path. Right? As it's saying Proverbs, and we that seem it right. It's Proverbs, right? See it in different precepts also. Right? Probably this one here. Proverbs 16 and verse 25, it says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end therefore are the ways of death. Right? So when you're thinking that is the right path you're going down, no. Right? This path that we own here right now today, this is the true path. This is the only way. Through Yahushua Mashiach is the only way to salvation. It have no other way that you can enter the kingdom of heaven but through Yahushua Mashiach, but through the truth, and nothing else but the truth. Right? Verse 4 it says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief. Because why? The Lord take us out of the darkness into the marvelous light. Hopefully we stay in the light and continue pushing the works of Yahweh Hashem Yashai to be part of the elect. Right? Because hey, The world is in darkness. The whole world is in darkness. But there's only a select few, which is the 1/3, who is the light of the world. Slack, my bad. Yeah. There's only the 1/3 who is the light in the world, shining as lights because we are in the truth. Yeah. You can. Continuing on what I was saying earlier on, right? The elect, right? The 1/3 who is in the light in this world. I believe I'd make a mistake and say we the light of the world, still about that. Yeah. Slip of the tongue, you don't know what it is. Can, right? We here in the light, in this darkness, we shall say that we receive this truth, that we receive this knowledge, right, and run with it. Continuing, it says, verse 4. It says, but ye virgin are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Because, hey, why? We in the knowing, right? We in the light, we in the truth. Knowing that, hey, the thief, Yahweh Shai, coming like a thief in the night, as the scriptures say, right? So, if we know he coming as a thief in the night, what going on? We prepare. We preparing ourselves for that time, right? We watching, being watchmen, right? Watching and waiting for the Lord to return, right? Getting ourselves ready as that bride, right? Also getting ourselves ready for that time, because we knowing what the Lord said, He told us these things, right? So we preparing ourselves for the end times. We preparing ourselves for the days of Jacob's trouble. How? Through the scriptures, through scripturally, through obeying the Lord's statutes and commandments, the things that He told us, how to enter into these days, how to move, how to function in these days. He gonna put it in us when that time come, whatever it may be, right? Verse 5, it says, ye are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Because why? We change our wicked ways from how we used to be, right? We used to be of the darkness. We used to be just like Jakes in the world. But we have said to He brought us into this marvelous light. Right? Verse 6, it says, therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. Right? Watching what is the next move of these wicked heathens and them. Watching when they're going to establish the MOTB to the four corners of the earth, because right now the phase they're in right now is the digitalization. Right? That's what the stage they're in right now. Right? They want everything they want to reach that cashless state to the four corners of the world. That is what they want to establish. So that is how we count in the course. Right? That is what the elect will do, continue counting the course. I'll bring this last precept here. Sirach 5 and 7 or something. Yes, 7. Right, can. Because Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 5 and verse 7, it says, make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Make no tarry to turn to Yahweh Shai, right? Because you don't know when your last day should be, when your last day could be. You don't know when the Lord could take you out. You don't know you could just wake up and you ain't wake up. You understand? You don't realize it's in the spiritual realm. Right? The Lord has the power to take any man anytime He feel. Right? He is the author and the finisher. He is the one right? Who controlling this whole scenario, right? Until the next one, this one says shalom, 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 right? We're not being distracted by all these distractions Esau put forth, right? Not being ignorant of Satan's devices, right? Also watching, yeah, no problem. There's nothing wrong with watching these wicked heathens, but and circus, but we also still being vigilant, right? Not saying that watching FIFA is a sin or is wrong, right? We just not being gobbled up by them. We're not being entranced, because a lot of these wicked jakes for these past few days is entranced by these wicked heathens and then bread and circus. We're not entranced by these wicked heathens, bread and circus. We're not being having our whole heart and our whole mind is these things. No. Yeah, until the next one, shalom, shalom, shalom. Let's give all praises, all honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash, double honors. Salakia Chut Gal Jaidi, double honors to the apostles and elders of great ministers that do well, and salutation to the brother to the folk of the earth. Shalom, shalom, shalom.